Yo, what's going on? Greene here from Mexico. Rooftop at our place. Nice little pool right here. There's a lot of people that were giving me feedback from my last video on how to become a digital nomad without living cheap. So in this video, I want to go a little bit more in depth on that and give you guys the strategy that I used to be able to travel, and it will help you gross and make over $10,000, $20,000 a month. And so I'm going to break all that down for you guys in this video.
I wanted to grow a business. I didn't know how to do it. It's a lazy way of thinking.
I don't care what anybody thinks about that. It's anything.
God knew what he was doing. And I had to believe it before it happened.
So what I have over here is my notes, just like last time, because I don't want to leave anything out. It's a lot of information, and again, I don't offer any products or services around this. I just really want to help a lot of people in the digital nomad community. We've been able to make a lot more money as we started to learn more about business, and I just saw a lot of videos on how to live extremely cheap, how to be affordable. And while that's good starting off, I want to help people make even more money so they can enjoy these countries even more, but also give back. And so basically what we've been able to do as digital nomads is we created an online course, and that course has been our main and primary and pretty much only source of income that has allowed us to travel and to live a lot better, I guess you could say, or have more money to spend during our travel than most people that I've seen that are doing this. And so again, that's why I'm doing this video. So yeah, like I said, and I mentioned this in my other video, what I would recommend you doing right now if you're trying to figure out a way to make more money as a digital nomad and not just have to live off $5, $10 a day, is to take the knowledge that you already have, something that you know how to do or something that you know a lot about. Think about things that people always ask you a lot of questions about, and create a course around that. And so again, I don't have a program. I'm not selling anything around this. I just want to let you guys know what helped me, and then I'll give you guys some tools and resources that you can use to take you to the next level. This is pretty much to just give you the blueprint and help you guys get started to making some more money. So basically what you want to do to start off is you want to test the idea. A lot of people just go and they start creating a whole bunch of stuff, and it takes forever to create it, and then they get super overwhelmed if it doesn't work, right? It takes a lot of time, and then they have all this content, they have this whole course, and they try to sell it. Nobody wants it, and they just give up. And that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is start to test your idea along the way. Make sure people want it, and then make sure that it's going to work. The way that I did it and the way that my mentor Dan Henry taught me to do it is you want to build a Facebook group. This is a free Facebook group around whatever you're going to be teaching. So mine was social media for churches and pastors. Yours could be social media for pizza places. It could be fitness for new moms. Whatever that looks like for you, you want to create a free Facebook group around that. To get new members into it, what we did is we created what's called a irresistible resource. Irresistible resources. This is a free PDF. Don't try to be fancy. Don't go on Canva. Basically, unless you're like a graphic designer or something like that, that's what your course is about. But just basically go on Google Docs, create a PDF, and this PDF is going to be teaching people something for free, helping them overcome the mindsets that they might have, something that people say, oh wow, I really need that. Now, the goal of this PDF isn't to teach them everything you would in your course, obviously, because then if you did, they wouldn't buy it. So the goal of that is really to just entice them to give you their email address, and then after that you give them some value, and then at the end of it, or at the beginning of it, or wherever inside of that irresistible resource, you're going to get people to go into your Facebook group. Now you're going to say, how do I get people to even see the irresistible resource? There's a couple of ways that you can do it. One, which is going to take a long time, is you can do it organically on Facebook, right? That's a really long way. So what you would do is you would go into other groups that have your niche in them, and you would post value, not spam, not, hey, who wants to download my guide, who wants to join my course, but you're just engaging with people in a natural, organic way, adding value in the comments, helping people out. They're going to go to your Facebook profile to check you out, and then inside of your bio, you would have like a link that says, hey, download my free PDF on blah, 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 right? And then they'll download it. That takes a long time. If you don't have any money at all, that's where I would say you should start. If you do have some money to play around with, and even if you don't find some, because this is going to help a lot more, run some Facebook ads to that guide. You really don't need a ton of people. You really need about 300 to 500 people in this Facebook group. So just run a whole bunch of ads, find some savings, go wash cars, sell some candy, whatever you got to do to raise some money, run some ads, get some people in that group. Now, once you get people in the group, what you want to do is engage with them, ask them questions, make sure people are tuned into your group, do some live videos, do some content. You're not trying to teach in that group a lot. You're just trying to keep people engaged. So just ask, questions that are going to keep people interested. After you get a good group size, what you're going to do is you're going to go in there and you're going to do a free training, a free live video. Now, what you can do is you can get the book called, I think it's called Expert Secrets, and also .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. And there's this thing called the Perfect Webinar Script, which will teach you how to write your free training. So go buy that book, either buy the book or get it on Audible or Kindle or whatever it is, but that's going to teach you, or go to YouTube and Google it, you might be able to just find it there. So it's called Russell Brunson Expert Secrets Perfect Webinar Script. That's how you write your training that you're going to do in your group. Just do it with your iPhone. Don't have to get any fancy cameras or anything like that. Make sure you maybe have a mic so people can hear you. Just go in there, do a live video. From there, at the end of the video, you're going to pitch. You're going to say, hey, so if you like this training, if you like more, I'm doing a beta group. I'm creating a course, but right now I'm looking for beta students. And if you would like to join now, the price is only going to be $97, $197, $297. But eventually, this course is going to be $3,000. So if you join right now, you can get a really, really good discount. But I'm only leaving it open for the next 2 days or whatever, right? So you want to sell it at extremely low price point, and then the goal is to eventually sell this for $3,000-$4,000. The reason why we're selling it for such a high price point, one, is because you're going to be adding a lot of value, but two, if you have a $3,000 price point, you only need 4 sales to be making over $10,000 a month, and that's going to be a lot. That's going to be enough if you're single, especially, for you to live very well, trust me, in most countries, right? So you let people know, hey, I'm giving early bird access, beta access to this program. This is the price, right? After that, you're going to create another Facebook group, and this is going to be the group that you're going to have for all of your paid members moving forward, right? So inside of this group, you're going to plan to do the actual training, right? So after you get the people, that's when you start working on the course, right? You make the slides, but it's very basic. You're not doing anything fancy. You're just doing something really basic. And then you're going to teach your whole course live, right? Mine, it took a lot of time. I know people that took like 10 hours, 8 hours. Sometimes it can take a long time. It might take you a couple hours. You might have to spread it out through a couple days because you're teaching all of it live. The reason why you're teaching it live is it's very easy to just do it. You don't have to worry about recording or making mistakes. You can fix that stuff later, and you can get feedback from them live. If you just create this course, what happens sometimes is you put it out and people are like, oh my God, this sucks. They're not going to let you know, but then they're just not going to buy. They're not going to give you feedback. They're not going to give you reviews. But if you can do it live, they can give you they can ask questions, and you can help them along the way, and you can understand what people are thinking. So you want to teach this live, right? So teach it live, get people's feedback. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to use those videos to sell your program. So now you already have the whole program, and you can just leave them in the Facebook group and direct people to there. And you're going to have testimonials, you're going to have reviews, you're going to already have students. So that's pretty much how you do like the beta and get everything set up, right? Again, I don't really sell any products on that. So what I'll do is I'll let you guys know like some of the tools and resources that I use to help me with that. From there, obviously, you're going to have to sell it. So what we do is basically we do Facebook ads to a webinar. From a webinar, we do an application, and then from the application, they book a call. And from booking a call, we basically close them on the call, because nobody's gonna basically buy a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 program off of just going to an order page. So they're gonna want to speak to actual person. So this training is going to be more polished than the one that you did in your free Facebook group. So you're going to want to actually, it doesn't have to be mad fancy, but what most people do is they just do slides with a voiceover. So I created mine in Keynote, excuse me. And then after I created in Keynote, I just basically played it, and I had my headphones in and I just talked over it. That's what most people do. If you don't know what that looks like, just Google some webinars, watch them. You can understand what that looks like. And then again, in that book, Expert Secrets, he tells you how to do it. So just read that book and you'll know how to create the training. Where you're going to use to host your training and your funnels. Your funnels is like the process where you collect the emails, do the application. You're going to use ClickFunnels. So you're going to want to eventually sign up for that. And then what you're going to do to drive traffic to that is you're going to run Facebook ads. Don't try to do it. You can do it organically. I just feel like if you're watching this video, unless you have a big following, you're going to want to learn how to do Facebook ads. It's going to help you get there a lot quicker, right? So you're going to run Facebook ads to the webinar page. People are going to have to register before they get it. So now you're growing your email list. Mine is now almost 10,000 emails. And then they're going to watch the training. At the end of the training, that's when you do your pitch again. Hey, if you would like to know more, we have a program. You can book a call with me and my team, and we'll help you see if this would be a good fit. From there, they go to an application page. That way you can make sure they're the right fit for your program. You ask things like, obviously name, business, what their income is, if they're willing to invest, how soon they're looking to get started, basic questions, right? And what you use for this is Jotform, Jotform. So it's I think you have to pay for it. There's different levels, but that's what you're going to use for your application. So I know that this is a lot, but this is just a blueprint, right? So you can watch this video at any speeds, complete anything, ask any questions below. But basically your application is going to be on Jotform, and then if they're approved, you send them to a page where they can book, and you can host that page on ClickFunnels. But for your calendar, you're going to want to use Calendly. That's what we use, Calendly, Calendly, right? So that's how people are going to be able to book, and it goes right to your calendar. It goes right to their calendar, right? And what we use to host the calls is Zoom. I'm sure everybody, especially with the pandemic, has heard of Zoom, so that's what we use to do the calls. And then to host the actual course, because now at this point, you want to start refining the course, making it more professional. When you're first selling it, just tell people, hey, I have the live recordings. Those videos are going to be in the program or in the Facebook group already for the members, the paid members. They're already going to be in there. And then over time, I'll be updating them and making them more professional. People will understand. But once you get like 5 people and you know that you can actually sell this thing at $3,000 or $4,000, you want to start refining it and slowly uploading it. Again, don't try to do everything at once as far as like having all the content in there for your course, because it's going to slow you down. You're going to get overwhelmed. People will understand, trust me. And it's not phony. You're not selling people nothing. They have the videos. You've already done them, and you're going to be uploading more soon. They'll actually be excited. So use Teachable or Kajabi to host those. I use Teachable. Other people use Kajabi. So yeah. And then after that, you just keep doing it again and again. And obviously, you're going to have to get better at each step along the way. But this is the blueprint. This is the formula. This is how we are able to do $20,000, $30,000 a month. There's other people I know that do hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. So that's the basic blueprint. I don't see a lot of people talking about this in the digital nomad community. A lot of stuff is how to live cheap, affordably. And I know that it's funner when you have more money for yourself, but also so you can help more people. So that's why I wanted to do this video. Now, what I'll do below, because like I said, I don't have any products or courses around this. I help churches with their social media, but I know how to do this, so I want to create these types of videos. What I'm going to do is I'll leave a link to the training and the mentor and the coach that I have that helped me put all this together. And that way you can check him out, and then he can teach you those things. It's not cheap, but again, if you're trying to become a millionaire and make hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars per month, you're gonna have to invest. No one's gonna teach you how to do all that stuff for a couple $100. So just know that, right? So hope this video helps. Again, we're in Mexico on the rooftop. Just great vibes. So if that's something that you want to do, is become a digital nomad but not have to always be worried about staying at a hostel and eating street food, this is the blueprint I would follow. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about this, or if you have any other topics you want me to cover about being a digital nomad. But hope this helps you guys. Again, let me know any questions that you have in the comments, or just reach out to me on Instagram. And yeah, see you guys on the next one.